Hello again. We are trying to stream again, and hopefully it works this time. I don't know what was going on with that last one, but this one looks like it's working. So, uh, San Chimera, I think you're probably still there. You're still first. Oh my goodness, been a while since we had a lot of like technical issues, but that's what happens when you start a new channel, apparently. All right, let's see. Let's get our chat going. What's up, Matthew Ward? Let's see. Just getting everything set up here. What's up, Robert Miller? All right, so we should be good. All right, so uh, we'll probably stream tomorrow to make up for our missed 15 minutes, but we're on a strict time schedule today, so we are definitely going to try our best to stick to ending at 8:30. So at 8:28 Eastern time, we are going to be preparing to leave. So, uh, quick stuff. Let's talk about the new channels. All right. So I launched two new channels. I launched Billionaire Carbon and Billionaire. Uh, yeah. What's up, Blue Four? Billionaire Carbon and Billionaire Burner. So those are my different channels. So Billionaire Burner is our Nintendo and retro channel. We'll be playing some older games, and we'll be playing everything Nintendo over there. That's a little bit more kid friendly, but it still has good content for everybody. It's, well, I wouldn't say kid friendly. I'd say family friendly is probably better. There's no cursing or anything on that one. And then we have, of course, Billionaire Ninjas, which is all Star Citizen all the time. And then we have our general gaming channel, which is Billionaire Carbon. So we're trying to keep the billionaire thing going here. That's kind of the idea. So that's why we launched all the channels. I know there's a lot of people who are saying they wouldn't mind watching me play some other games, especially when Star Citizen is not doing so well in the servers and, and everything. But yeah, I was looking to play this weekend, but of course I had to launch the new channels, and that ended up taking a lot longer than I anticipated. So I will be looking to try to play probably either Monday night or Wednesday night this upcoming week. So that's what I'm looking for. Shout out to Arthur Vandelay for the 500. Thank you. Much appreciation. Shout out to the dual streamers, of course, as always. What's up, Burger Pops? So, yes, after launching those, I was like, oh, man, like, I'm going to have so much time. Uh, I'm gonna have so much time, but that's just not how life works. Things happen, and your time is gone all of a sudden. But I do have some videos that are coming out soon, so I owe you guys two videos actually, because I was supposed to drop one on Friday, and it ended up not happening because again the new channels are taking up a lot. So Matthew Ward, the new channels are already up. The first game on the Nintendo and Retro channel was, I think it was Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, which is a mobile game, and then the second game is Fire Emblem. So Fire Emblem Engage. So we're playing through that. That's a Nintendo Switch game. So those are the two games so far that we're playing. We're probably going to get another Switch game, and because we want at least 3 games on each channel running at the same time. But I just have to find a Switch game I really like. I don't have a whole list yet. I never actually went through and like looked at the best Switch games. I was looking at Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door, but I was like, let me do a full on, intentional look at everything. And then on Billionaire Carbon, that's my more general gaming channel. We're doing Ragnarok. We're doing Red Dead Revolver 2, and we're doing Ghost of Tsushima. So the Ghost of Tsushima, I'm going to have gameplay from Ghost of Tsushima and Ragnarok. Those should be uploaded tomorrow morning. Breath of the Wild is a good one, but the thing about Breath of the Wild is I'm going to do a whole thing with, specifically with Zelda. I'm going to do like a Zelda run through, where I play like 3 different Zelda games all at the same time. so that's the only reason I won't do Zelda. So Zelda's off the table because of that specific thing, because I'm going to do like a Zelda run at some point. And we're probably going to start with not Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time. So we're going to do Ocarina of Time from Nintendo 64, and then we'll do Majora's Mask, and then we'll just go up from there, like, and play every single one, starting from Nintendo 64 and up. So we'll go, well, not all of them, because we won't play the handheld versions unless they were like incredible or something. Like the 10 out of 10 ones that were on handheld, we might play those. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be really cool. Yeah, it's not really tough to run the 3 channels. I think the thing is, it's really just me playing video games, right? Which is I'm gonna be doing that anyway. But now I get to talk about it with other people who play video games. And it's the same thing with Star Citizen, right? Like, I play Star Citizen. I haven't been playing it as much as I would like to play it, but as you can see, I've been busy. But even still, like, the idea is all these games that I play, there's a whole community of people who also play them and like them. So why not play it, talk about it? My Red Dead video was awesome. Like, I loved playing that first mission of that game. It was really fun. So yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun. Yes, it is work to edit videos and create channels and all that stuff. I'm not saying it's not work at all, but it's the best kind of work for me. So make sure you get your questions in. We're only streaming for what, 40 more minutes here. So I want to make sure everybody gets their questions in. But yes, so 2 new channels. That was part of it. The other part is about the new channels is make sure you go over and subscribe to the new channels, because we are going to do giveaways on both. So if you're subscribed to Burner, go subscribe to Carbon. And if you're subscribed to Carbon, go subscribe to Burner. And there's going to be a giveaway on both of those. And I'm actually going to let YouTube decide what's going to be given away on the Carbon channel. And, well, one of the things that's going to be given away, because we have to give people 3 choices. So I'm going to let YouTube decide one of those things. And then Twitch, you're going to decide what we're giving away on Billionaire Burner. All right. So no, it's still on YouTube. Still on YouTube, San Chimera. All my channels are on YouTube. And we'll use the same Twitch channel for everything. So there won't be a second Twitch channel and a third Twitch channel. None of that stuff. It'll all be the same Twitch channel when it comes to gaming. So yeah. But yeah, we'll do a poll somewhere near the end of the stream, and it'll be a few gifts that I'm considering for the giveaway for both of the channels, and then I'll let you guys kind of pick which one is the best out of some of these options that I have. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Let me check and see if anybody left remarks on the channel itself. Yeah, I know a lot of people were like, yo, you play Pokemon? And I was like, yes, I do, but only, so I do have the actual game with the cards and stuff, and me and my daughter play it sometimes, but I've been trying to get her to get the actual, like, the game on the phone because it's so much faster, it's so much less to set up and everything, and because I like the way it works a little bit better as far as the way the game works. Yeah, so it's really cool. And then we have Fire Emblem, of course. Fire Emblem. I've never played a Fire Emblem game, and they've been out, I think, for like 25 years or probably longer. They've been making games, and so this is my first one. Fire Emblem Engage. All right, let's see if anybody left a comment here. Nope, we don't got any comments on there, so we're good to go. We just answer what's in the chat. All right, so let's see. What was your favorite and second favorite Zelda? Well, my favorite was Ocarina of Time, but I have a feeling I'm going to like Breath of the Wild better. But I also have not played Twilight Princess. So I haven't played Twilight Princess. I haven't played Breath of the Wild. And I haven't done either one of those on purpose because I wanted to be able to compare multiple Zeldas by playing them back to back to back. So I wanted to play Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Then I wanted to now I've played Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I played those way back when they were on Nintendo 64. But I'm going to replay those so that I have like a modern feel for them. And then I'm going to play Twilight Princess, and then I'm going to play Breath of the Wild. And really test to see which one is my favorite. Link to the Past is really good too. So yeah, there's a lot. there's a lot of Zelda games out there. But I'm gonna assume out of all of them, I'm gonna assume that Breath of the Wild is going to be my favorite. But I don't know. Ocarina of Time is, whew, it was a beast. So, all right. What else we got? Sorry for the random question. Don't be sorry for questions. Would you advise melting my 600i? It's just collecting dust waiting for the rework, and I want something that's viable like an Andromeda. Colton R, you got to tell me what are your goals in the game? Like your top 2 or 3 goals in the game, and tell me what type of gameplay is the most fun for you. And then I can help you. Yes, what's up, Dragostia? Thanks for passing through. Much appreciated. Yes, Fire Emblem Three Houses is definitely on the list, but now that I'm playing Fire Emblem Engage, that one just happened to be the one that they had at GameStop when I went in. I still buy physical games. I like physical games. I know there's a digital, thing happening now where everybody's buying the digital games, and eventually it's just going to be a code inside the box anyway. But right now, as long as they're selling the physical copies, I will be purchasing the physical copies. So I'm probably going to hop on eBay and see if there's some people. I'm sure there's some people who beat these games that are like, I'll just sell it for 25 bucks. So yeah. And I could probably pick up 2 or 3. I have to get 2 more. At least 2 more Switch games, because I have one that's a mobile game, so I'm not really counting that. Save Stanton Chapter 2 on Monday. Yes, it'll either be Monday night or Wednesday night. I'm dedicating to Monday or Wednesday. I'm hoping for Monday. We'll see what the night goes like that day. But it'll either be Monday or Wednesday night. And I will for sure be doing Save Stanton. Because I don't want to wait super long like I did last time. So, for sure. Let's see. for the general gaming channel. Any VR gaming? No, not yet. But I do have, where is that thing? Where did I put it? I have no idea where I put that thing. I have a really old VR headset. What was it called? Man, I forgot the name of it. What was like the first one? Not the first one ever, but like the first one of this new generation of VR. I haven't even used it. I got it. The HTC Vive. So I have a Vive, not the Pro. I have the like really old one. I have that, but I don't want to use that. I'm actually waiting for either the Meta Quest 4 or for like you know, so like whatever the next one is that kind of comes out. So like the Meta Quest Pro is one I considered getting, but I'm like, I think I'll wait because I think they're all gonna come out with another version. So I think we'll get PlayStation VR 3, or we'll get another Valve Index, or we'll get the Vive Pro 3, whatever's next. That's the one I'll get because I kind of missed the boat on the rest of them. The 3 is what? The 3 is like, the Meta Quest 3 is like a year old now. The 3S is just a worse version of the Quest 3. The Quest Pro is, man, when did the Quest Pro come out? I don't even remember when the Meta Quest Pro came out. That one's 3 years old now. The Meta Quest Pro is 3 years old. When did the PlayStation VR 2 come out? I think the PlayStation VR 2 came out in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, the beginning of 2023. So yeah, that one's 2 years old. The Quest Pro is 3 years old. I think the Quest 3 came out beginning of 2024, so I don't think that one's as old. But like, yeah, I think I like waiting until like the stuff comes out, because I'm still trying to decide if I want a Meta Quest or if I want a Valve Index or an HTC Vive Pro. Like I'm gonna get one of those three, but yeah, like the Vive is like. The Vive, the HTC Vive, I think is like super high resolution. The PlayStation VR is, you know, it's a little bit more limited because I think it mostly only works with like PlayStation games, but it's, you know, it's cheaper and it's guaranteed to work with the PlayStation games. So you got that support there. And then the Meta Quest Pro is like probably the most supported one of the three. Because like the PlayStation is well supported by PlayStation, but not all other developers. Like, whereas like the Vive is not as supported as the Valve, but it is better resolution from what I remember. When did the Valve Index come out? The Valve Index, I think, is one of the oldest ones, but I think it's, I think, yeah. Yeah. Did they come out with another version? I don't think so. I think they only had the one. Yeah. So the Valve Index is really old, so, but it has Half-Life Alyx, so I don't know. I don't know what to say there. It looks like it'll be pretty cool. You have 3 bricked Quest 2s? Okay, so we'll just go ahead and take Quest off of the list. But then again, I never really looked into it that heavily. Um, but here's my list. The order in which I want them is the Vive Pro 3. I'm hoping they come out with that soon. The Vive Pro 3, and then the Index, but the Index is extremely expensive, so probably not going to happen. And then the Quest Pro. So I'm really looking at the Pro versions um, of each one of them. But we'll have to see which one releases their newest version first. Yeah, the 100%. Yeah, on physical games, I need my physical games. And like I know at some point we're going to switch completely to digital, and I want to be able to go grab my games, put it in the console and go. The Apple Vision Pro was never an option. First of all, those people that bought one and then it cracked right in the middle, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe that they sold that and then it just started cracking right in the middle. Like, there's already memes about Apple phone screens and them cracking all the time. And then it happens with your headset. Your first one, they sold a lot of them though. So they're definitely going to make another one. I hope they fix the eye thing though, because one of the things I think people wanted, like they were okay wearing it, but the screen wasn't the screen that people look at, the one that shows on your face that's over your eyes. It wasn't high res enough, so like it was showing what your eyes looked like, but it was so low res that you just looked. I mean, you look goofy anywhere wearing one around town, but but I think it was even worse when it was like, you know, you're trying not to look goofy in this thing that's clearly goofy. All right, back to the questions. Let's see. Oh, it's Reclaim Pyro now. It's not Save Stanton anymore. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm so only phase one is out, which is fine. Like I don't want to wait and have to do all of the phases at the same time like I did last time. I'd like to just do one phase when the new phase comes out, do that phase. It takes way less time. Um, yeah, Matthew Ward, if you add me on the game Billionaire Ninjas. Well, no, Billionaire Ninja, no S at the end, just Billionaire Ninja. Add me on Star Citizen, and I'll hop in and add some friends. Colton says, I would like a ship that can support a friend or two if I can get them. I love my Cutlass Black, but would like a bigger ship that has small hangar and or vehicle storage. I like the PvE hauling or scavenging stuff. Okay. Viable ship that I can goof around with. Let's see. And you were saying between the 600i and the Andromeda. Well, if you're just looking, to goof around, and you're gonna do some PvE hauling, I think both of those ships are really good for that. So the 600i hauls a lot less, but once it gets the rework, I think the 600i will be the better choice. But right now, the Andromeda is the better choice from the two that you put up there. The Carrack, if you introduce the Carrack to the mix, now you're going Carrack 600i Andromeda. The Carrack, you'll wait the longest for its gameplay. Um, the Andromeda, pretty much everything it can do is already in the game right now. It can blow stuff up because it's a crazy gunship. But I think for me, I like the 600i because I'm willing to wait on the rework. So if you're not willing to wait on the rework, out of the Andromeda and the Carrack, I would get the Andromeda because it's just a better value right now. $300 or no, it's not even $300. It's $240 versus the Carrack at $600. Yeah, I would get the Andromeda. Now, if you CCU up to the Carrack, you can get it for $200, of course. But out of the ones that you gave me the 600i, the Andromeda, and the Carrack. I think I would go Andromeda because of price. The Carrack, if you're going to spend around that much or go through the trouble of getting 30 or 40 CCUs to get there, you probably should know that that's what you want. It shouldn't be kind of just an option that's floating. Oh, the Pro is discontinued. Well, that's what. Well, yeah, I wouldn't buy the Pro. I would wait for the second version of the Quest Pro. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm like, it's not gonna happen this year because if they were gonna announce it, they would have already announced it. So I'm hoping that at some point throughout this year they announce a new one that's coming out either next year or coming out this year. And whichever one is the next one is that's going to determine what I get. So if HTC announces the Vive Pro 3 next, then that's the one I'm getting. If the Valve Index 2 comes out, I'll get that. If the I don't know, what would it be called? The MetaQuest Pro 2, if that comes out next, then that's the one I'll get. Because they got to do a Pro version of that. They sold way too many of them. They've got to do another Pro. Because I think the idea is like, I think they thought Apple Vision Pro was going to be like a bunch of, like was going to immediately contend. And I think what happened was people were like, that's way too expensive. So they just bought the MetaQuest 3S for their kids, or they bought the MetaQuest 3. And a lot of people bought that. So I saw them everywhere. I've seen a lot of people that own them and a lot of people that have fun with them. I'm waiting for slightly improved controller design, less weight on the head. That's what I'm hoping for in the next versions. You said Quest is the way to go. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like at the release of the new ones. Because I'm not buying any of the current generation. But I would assume that Quest is the most well supported because they have more. There's more quests in every home than all of the other versions. Maybe the PlayStation VR 2 has a lot of people. But I mean, I don't know. I would guess it's pretty close. If they do a Sony PS VR 3 and it's more open source, I would probably get that one, but I don't think they're doing open source. If they just made it its own console and then said it also works with the PlayStation 5, that would be a lot better to me. Oh, I didn't know that. Matthew Ward and Blue 4 are the same person. Okay. I did not. This whole time, I did not know that. Can't decide which faction to support. I have no idea either. I'm gonna support whatever faction people I'm playing with are supporting, to be honest with you. I think, based on the looks of it, the cool one is going to be the gangster one, of course. But I don't know. I don't know. If I have to choose, I don't know which one I would go with yet. Starlancer Max instead of the Andromeda, no. I would take the Andromeda. The Starlancer Max, if you're more dedicated to cargo, like if you were dedicated to cargo, but you're going to have more fun shooting things in the Andromeda. Starlancer Max versus 600i. Before the rework, Starlancer Max, because you're just going to, it's more useful. But after the rework, the 600i is going to be the better ship. So, yeah. And it's got size 5s on it. The Starlancer Max does not. Yeah, I think waiting for the rework is. I mean, I'm waiting for that rework too. Um, I will not get to 25,000 before that rework comes. Yeah. Because everybody thought I was gonna buy the Paladin, everybody thought I was gonna buy the Guardian, everybody thought I was gonna buy the Guardian QI. So when I started talking about wanting the Heartseeker Mark II, people were like, "What? The what?" Yeah, that's the one I want. No Man's Sky VR. Huh. You know, I've never played No Man's Sky, and I've done that on purpose because I know that they're releasing like a lot of updates and stuff for No Man's Sky, and they just released another update, and I'm like, I think I want to hop into No Man's Sky once all the updates are in, and I want to just do everything. So, we'll see. Star Citizen is a game of patience, isn't it? He said like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Yeah. So I don't know if the 600i rework is even coming this year. I would guess that it's not coming until at least next year. But the thing is, you never know with CIG. Sometimes they might give it to somebody as an onboarding project. Like, hey, here's all the things to do the 600i rework. Go. Um, and then maybe they'll have that person move on to like a 500i or a 700i because now they're familiar with how Origin works. Or maybe they'll have them do the G12 because it's really weird that we don't have the G12, right? Like that's really weird that we don't have the G12. Like some of these vehicles don't make sense that we don't have them yet. The Ranger is the only one I understand because the Ranger is a new type of vehicle. Like we don't have two-wheeled vehicles like that. So I understand why the Ranger is taking a while because they have to figure out all of the mechanics for it along with how to build them. Probably very easy to build, but the mechanics are probably going to be a little different. So yeah, but the G12 not being around is very weird to me. But I also think it needs a rework. I think the G12 should be a three-seater. I think you should go Cyclone for two seats, with the exception of like the MT and I think there's one other one, the TR. I think those can fit three people, but they're technically not. The third person isn't seated. I think the G12 should be edited to be three people can get into the G12 so that you have these size differences, right? So you have, the Cyclone for two, the G12 for three, and then the Ursa for four or more, right? Because like you got one person that drives, one person in the co-pilot seat, and then four people in the back. So what was that? Six people. So yeah, I think that's the way it should work. But maybe they have some other vehicles planned that are going to be three seaters, or maybe they were like, well, if you want three seats, you get the MT or the TR. That's one of the reasons why the MT is on my list because it's three seats, and I found that a lot of the time when you're playing with people, you'll know normally, like the biggest crew that the average person gets is about three people, and so fitting three people on a ship that can shoot and is fast and can handle like falling down cliffs and stuff like that. Well, I don't know in 4.0.1 if it can still do that, but yeah. The Perseus, yeah, I do think the Perseus will be next. I think the Perseus, we're gonna get that at Invictus. I'm hoping that we get some videos here. Uh, well, I'm ready for Inside Star Citizen to start back up. It's been a month and a half. It's been a while. All right, we only got what? We got 10 minutes left, and then we're gonna start working on shifting out of here and let's find somebody to raid Well, nah, we're not gonna do that. We did it early last time, and then by the time we rated, that person was done. So we're not gonna do it this early this time. We're gonna wait. All right. Other questions. Other questions. When will they update the Connie? Oh yeah, I already answered that one. So I think they're gonna. I think the Con. Or no, I didn't answer that one. The Connie. I think that update is going to be. I think that's going to be no earlier than next year because the thing is, the Connie is like one of those like love project ships. I think for Chris, and I think he's gonna want to like personally oversee the updates on that or the rework on that to some degree. So. I think that one's going to come no earlier than next year, but I wouldn't even say next year. I would say end of next year at the earliest, like IAE 2026. And I'm not certain about that. Yes, I would love a 500i combat ship too. I would like multiple variations of the 500i. How do you find nice people to play with in Star Citizen? I don't know how orgs work and I don't have friends in the game, unfortunately. Well, you can add me, Billionaire Ninja. I think if it starts with finding people who play. You can always go to our Discord too. We got some cool people that play all the time. Hop on our Discord, talk to some people. There's always people willing to hang out. So if you hop in, it starts with just playing with a set group of people a few times, and then eventually like you get added with other people, and then that's just normally how it starts. Normally a lot through Discord. Oh, okay. Jared had family stuff going on. Okay, of course, that's always fine. That's absolutely always fine. I thought it was just we were waiting for them to get off a break. But yeah, it's always fine if there's family stuff going on. Family first. Why the Heartseeker? We talked about that on a previous stream. The stats on the Heartseeker are nice. If you look at the new Super Hornet, the Mark II Super Hornet, and you look at you can go on Urkel and look at it. The Mark II Super Hornet, put it next to the Mark II Heartseeker, and the stats are just different enough for me to want one. I never owned a Super Hornet. I've only flown them. And one of the things that made me specifically want a Heartseeker is because it can actually fight. Like, it's decent in a fight. It's fast enough, but not super fast. It's powerful enough, but not the most powerful. And it's like a really good balance of everything, and you can fit two people in it. So I don't have a two-seater fighter right now. I have the F8. I have two F8s. I have an F7A, and I think that's it. I think that's my full list of fighters. So, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of fighters right now. So I'm okay with adding one as long as it's a little different. I was considering the Zeus MR, which isn't really a fighter, so to speak, but a bounty hunter. I don't have a bounty hunting ship, so, and that one has an interior, but I'm gonna wait until that one goes online before getting one of those. But I do have a CCU to it. Samortis says, so I have re-gigged my fleet, and it's currently Pioneer, Perseus, Arastra, Galaxy, Connie, Taurus. What would your recommendations for what to get next? All right, so you got to do the same thing as Colton R, Samortis, and tell me what is your primary goal in the game, and what do you have the most fun doing? And what your budget is. I need your budget, Samortis, because you know me. I might say something that's crazy. Thoughts on the C2? I think that's the largest Crusader cargo ship. I did a review on the C2. Go check it out. If you didn't know, I've reviewed every ship in Star Citizen except for the Misfortune. I have to do that one. That one's. I was trying to do it by Friday, but launching the other channels, it took up a lot more time than I thought. So we'll have to wait until Friday. But Reviewed every ship, except for that one. Do you think LTI is going to matter, and do you think they are putting out less low-cost LTI starter tokens? I do think LTI is going to matter. I just don't think it'll matter as much as everybody makes it out to be. I have a non-LTI ship. I have my Pioneer is not LTI. I do think I think they pay a lot more attention to LTI than they used to, which is why they mentioned it at CitizenCon. But I don't know if it'll be. I think there will be less low-cost LTI starter tokens, but not on purpose. If they have a vehicle, then we'll get them. But I think the ones from 50 to 150 have always been kind of rare, so that's why I just pick them up every time. Shout out to the dual streamers. All right, what we got over here, Twitch? Oh my goodness. Why is this? The bot said you can't use the word filth, and I don't know how to fix it. It never popped up and let me. It never popped up and told me whether I could. No. It just took the thing right out of the chat. The fact that you can't tell whether it's a backdrop or a physical space is awesome. Yeah, it's a backdrop. It's a backdrop, Delta Lima. So yeah, this I purposely got this because it does kind of look like I'm sitting in the room. But yes, I don't actually own a room like this, but you never know. You know, my next house that I purchase, we might go with this theme. It's pretty cool. That logo especially, that logo. If I could I gotta get somebody to make it for me though, I guess. Good morning. It's your, oh, you said it's your game. I thought you said good morning. What's up, musical? Delta Lima, you got that $600 executive edition, huh? It does kind of feel like the Bat Cave. It's the BN cave. LTI, Citizen Ninja says LTI will only help manage fleet costs if you have a large fleet, and that benefit will really only begin after 10 years, which is easily obtainable for almost any ship sold at ILW and IAE. Yes, exactly that. Yeah, you say it's not worth 25K. I think most people would agree with you. But it is pretty. Maybe when that rework comes, it'll get better. But the good news is when they finally redesign the concierge system, you get all of the things that come with that. We don't know what those things are, and we probably won't for another year or so, but at least you get all of those. Industry and budget. You don't know what a budget is? If you like industry stuff, you have a Pioneer, a Perseus, an Arastra, a Galaxy, and a Connie Taurus. So you're doing some diverse stuff there. You got a hauler, you got a ship that can do refining, medical, hauling, and eventually manufacturing. But you already have a manufacturing ship, so you don't need it for that. You got a fighting ship, You got an Arastra, so I would probably say Orion. But you already have the Arastra. Let's see. Let's look at some ships. And then we will pick somebody to jump to. I'm trying to think of what you don't have. I feel like there's an obvious answer, but I'm not picking it up. Let's see. Did you say you have a Carrack? No, you don't have a Carrack, right? You don't really have a exploration ship. So you could go Odyssey. You could go Odyssey, and then you could go Banu Merchantman. I'm thinking Odyssey, Banu Merchantman, and I'll give you one more. Let's see. I could say Crucible. I'll give you another one. Endeavor. Endeavor, Crucible. What else did I say? I forgot already. Endeavor, Crucible, Odyssey, or Merchantman. That's what I would say, Samortis. Those are the four that I would put up. Yeah, San Chimera. I try not to be completely biased all the time with my 3 endeavors. All right, Colton. Make sure you hop on the Discord after and link up with some people, because we got plenty of people that play. Yep, Star Citizen is $45, and it comes with the game, and then that's all you ever have to buy. You don't have to buy anything else. All right, we got to end the stream, folks. So let's find somebody to jump to so we can get up out of here. All right, we are jumping to Flame 78. We're going to jump to Flame 78. We're rating. I know, Pyrell, I know. I'm going to stream again tomorrow to make up for the fact that this was kind of a short one. All right. All right, we're rating Flame 78. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I know this was a short one. We will be back tomorrow, so go check out our new channels, Billionaire Carbon and Billionaire Burner. Whether you want retro gaming, we got Nintendo gaming, we got PC gaming, all of that stuff. So we will see you in the next one. Peace!